Misty morning, don't see no sun. Do do do. I know you're out there somewhere, having fun. Do 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 do. Well, the sun is actually literally under the horizon at this moment at 4:49 a.m. That's 11 minutes before 5 a.m. Good morning, Robin. That's a robin. Now you know what a robin sounds like. Welcome to Live and Learn, the morning gratitude show. Good morning, world. How are you? We start off our day thinking about gratitude. It's my operating system for life. It helps me. It's really helped me, and I want to pay it forward. So, oh boy. Whew, I start off my morning, my day with a gratitude list. It used to be, I call it the foundation method. When I received this wisdom, this life hack of the gratitude list, it did not come with instructions. Whew. So I had to make do with what I had, my head, heart, mind, and soul. And I cobbled together a system, which I call the foundation system. Sully's patented foundation system. Pending. So I don't repeat the same things over and over again for a content's sake. That's a wink if you didn't see that. But what I do know, sorry. What I do know is I get distracted very easily. Sorry. I am grateful for my family, my friends, my faith, my freedom, my health, my union job, a good night's sleep, a solid breakfast, the peace that comes from being a single man, and my level of sobriety. However much of a struggle that is. And and then I keep adding to these gratitudes all day long. And it keeps me going. It's reformatted my self-talk into something a lot more helpful. It asks me questions now, such as, how is this helping? And, you need to run your anger, or your anger will run you. You need to run your day, or your day will run you. It's 52 degrees Fahrenheit here in Boston, Massachusetts, and 100% humidity. It's misty. It was intermittent rainings. It's a little chilly, but I'm dressed for it. I have a thermal shirt, a hoodie, a hooded sweatshirt, a Columbia vest. Oh, boy. Yeah, I slept well. I'm always so tired. Maybe there's something else going on with me. I'm not sure. It's getting harder to do video content for me. It's my stress and anxiety. I mean, it's off the charts lately. And also, it's under my control and my doctor's care at the same time. So buttons. I mean, I'm doing okay, though. But, and I'm so grateful and blessed that, I don't get a lot of negative feedback on my Twitter or on the YouTube comments. I don't get haters. I don't get outrage content. I'm not looking for it. I got enough of that back in the old incel show days. I mean, there was just some really interesting, you say a few key words, and it just attracts. It's like putting out, it's like leaving out a lollipop on the sidewalk, and then Oh wow, it's covered with ants. Not to dehumanize anyone with a metaphor at all, no. But it was just interesting. So it's more of like, I struggle doing my own Sunday show. I struggle on Wes. I struggle with Jim. Like, I've made it a point to not drink the nights before those shows. So that means I don't really drink much at all anymore. I've noticed there's a correlation with drinking and then the next day being very, very, very prone to anxiety attacks and panic, and having to, go running for the shelter for a Sally's little helper, and it gets me through the day. Bus, bus, bus! Bus, bus, bus! Here comes the bus, do-do-do-do. Here comes the bus, and I say, let's take it. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Let's just step out in the street. Let's get the bus driver's attention. Because you know what all I'm looking for is attention? An understanding. Bus, bus, bus! Yes! Here, let's get on the bus. Let's do it. Whoa, sorry. Good morning. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, so take your panic pills when you need to. I'm blessed and grateful that I have insurance. I'm blessed and grateful that I have a doctor, a general practitioner that I can reach out to and ask for help. Just that's called. When you need help, ask for it. I was sick yesterday. I called it. There was no gratitude show yesterday. I called in sick. Sunday supper. I made some steak tacos, and they didn't settle quite very well at all. And so in the middle of the night, I lay down to go to bed, and racing to the. Good morning. I'm racing to the bathroom to puke, to vomit, to get it out, and I was like downing pints of water to flush it out, and that was my entire night. No sleep, throwing up, kitten week. So I called in sick. I'm blessed and grateful that I have a union job. I'm blessed and grateful that I have paid sick days. I'm blessed and grateful that I'm able to not endanger my employment by calling out sick. It's... Whoop. Hello. Did I drop something? Here we go. It sounded like it. I got everything. Alrighty. Thank you so much. You too. Honey. Oh, better than seeing a coyote. I've seen coyotes. They look like dogs, but then you notice, that dog's way too skinny. That dog, its tail is like tucked, curled under its body in a way. That's not a dog, that's a coyote. I've seen them in my old neighborhood. So they should be out here somewhere with the raccoon and the bunnies and the squirrels. It's a misty morning, but it's nice. It's a nice morning. So yeah, I was sick, and so I just stayed in bed, rested, relaxed, I could have done more unpacking. So Saturday, I had Goodwill, the nonprofit helping organization, the Goodwill store and stuff, came by and picked up my mom's clothes. I had 21 boxes and crates full of my mom's stuff. And now I have a living room. So now I'm like, what do they call it, nesting? But I'm putting stuff away. I'm like, my couch is coming Saturday. I got a nice like 67-inch love seat. I don't need a large couch. I'm just, it's only me. I was at that precipice of like, do I get a recliner, like a lazy boy, or do I get a couch? The hopes of having company. So I said, it's like I split the difference and got a love seat with a pull-out sleeper. In case, one of my buddies wants to, if I have a buddy come over and crash. It could happen. I have friends. I do, but the checks didn't bounce this week. Uh-oh. Oh no, we're missing the child's voice booming from above, trying to give us awareness. Oh boy. But it's Tuesday, and so I was out sick yesterday, and I didn't do much. I didn't eat much, but I ate enough, and it stayed down. I just think it was like, just I cooked that steak, it's 5 a.m. And it was just like, it could have just been on its last legs. Oh my gosh, it would have been a horrible pun. Charlie card. T-Pass. Coffee. Go! And we have about 13 to 14 minutes before the train arrives. Well, let's spend it together talking about gratitude, the impact it has on your life. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Let us get it on. And even though I got a good night's sleep, I'm still tired. I'm still feel like I could have slept another hour or 3 or 5. I love sleep. So I took a sick day yesterday, and so Saturday I had a bounce off of Wes's show a little early. Sorry, everyone. And now I have a living room, and now there's still clutter, but now it's like, okay, everything's basically in its right place where it's supposed to go. Boy, oh boy. I don't know. It's my mom's stuff though. It's my mom's condo. She passed away July 31st, 2024. I live there now. And I don't know, I just like what to do with my mom's stuff. Now I've done something constructive with her clothes, and there's still a lot of stuff. It's a lifetime of my mom's stuff. Almost 70 years of a human's life and history. And what do I do with it? I'll do the best of what I can with what I got. That's what I'll do. What I really wanted to do was donate her clothes to either Rosie's Place or the Pine Street Inn, which are specifically shelters for battered women and their children. Seeking a second chance and an escape from abusive relationships, and or St. Francis House. All three of those establishments no longer accept clothes donations. I checked with the Salvation Army, and they are not able to do pickups in my area. So I checked with Goodwill, and they were fifth on my list, because it's going to go to a Goodwill store to be sold as secondhand clothing, if it makes the grade. A lot of this stuff wasn't even used. It still has tags on it and everything, and a lot of it's like some nifty kind of, it's going to look nice and retro on somebody. But I did the best of what I could do with what I had, and I arranged a pickup, which cost pert near $400. Wow. And so I'm like on a comic book level, like Skybound has the Transformers compendium, and it's gonna cost at base level $300 for the one I want, just like the G.I. Joe one. And it closes tomorrow or late tonight, and I'm like, so today's the last day to get it, but it's like, can I afford it? I really want it, but can I really swing it? I can, but it's like, I could do it. I might. I probably will. But I was the bathroom's locked in a couple. The first thing in the morning, I know. Then I was going over my flight information and my hotel accommodations for Dallas. Already, well, this is why, I was like, yeah, spend the money back in February. Because I don't put things on credit cards. I pay cash for things. I've got a debit card. That's, none of your business. No, I don't use credit cards. I had a bad experience as a young man with them. And it's just like, no, it's just safer to not have that as part of my spending habits. Now being, owning a condo, maybe I should, just for in case of some sneaky fees, or, if I need a this or that or the other thing, in a pinch. But hotel and airfare, about $1,000 to go to Dallas for 3 days and 2 nights. Not even 3 days. I'm leaving first thing in the morning. I'm getting to Dallas at like 2:30 in the afternoon. I'm leaving Dallas at like 9 in the morning. At least I got a direct flight. Let's see. At least we can hear robin's song, not just the pigeons cooing. But yeah, I mean, so I spent that money and made it back, I guess. So it was important to just got that out of the way. Once I made the decision, like, yes, I'm going to Dallas. Thinking Critical Crew. We're gonna hang out. It's gonna be fun. So at base level, I've already spent $1,000. Now, back in 2022, a little live and learn. I stayed 3 nights in Hartford, Connecticut. And I went to Connecticon, and I took the Amtrak. Connecticon, it wasn't even a comic book convention. It was like cosplay, anime, gaming. It was fun. And I met some friends, you know what I mean? I met Rachel Lindbergh, I met Brightest Day, and Macklin Made It. It was nice. We had a little group, like a mini meetup, and it was nice to hang out. But that cost just a smidge over $1,000 to go to Hartford 3 years ago, before all the inflation started kicking in too, and tariffs and whatnot. And so yeah, I don't travel much. It's expensive. Then I had to drop like $260 on a passport and a passport card, which is en route. Hopefully be here by next week. And tomorrow starts the deadline of your real ID to fly domestically in the United States. You're going to need your papers. Well, you already need to show your ID at the airport. You already, you're getting facial recognition scans. You're getting like you have to take your shoes off. You have to do this full body thing, like you put your hands up. And I'm like, when are they going to start asking for a DNA swab? That's like next. So there's a whole, and like the whole thing is just like, you're not that important. I'm not. I'm like, sure, you want my papers? You want me to verify who I am? You want to look at my browser history? All right. I'll draw the line there at browser history. Like, I mean, imagine the horror if somebody hacked into your, and just published your browser history. I wonder what that's next for friggin' politics shenanigans. They'll just be like, oh no, look at AOC's browser history. She's obsessed with hairy feet. I'm making that up, Alexandria. That's satire. I'm not judging. For me personally, I like, not hairy feet. You know what I mean? With nice toes. Oh boy. Yeah. I know, huh? First thing in the morning. But I'm blessed and grateful. I really am. I'm feeling well. That's my health. It's part of my foundation. My union job. It's part of my foundation. I am blessed and grateful for these things because they are the foundation of my life. I mean, I've had bouts of ill health. I grew up with asthma, and all this time I had panic and anxiety, and maybe even a hint of ADHD, HDTV, VCR, QED, and maybe a little bit of 1, 2, 3. And I hope you're having a good day. I hope everything's working out for you. I hope that you're healthy. So yeah, I mean, I ate something bad, and it came right up. So I didn't get food poisoning. That's good. But I did get sick, and I did have to take a day off. I mean, I couldn't sleep. I mean, and it makes me think about my limitations and my boundaries, because such as like, if I was a parent of a newborn, I don't have kids.
Attention passengers, shuttle buses will replace orange line service between Oak Grove and North Station, beginning Friday, May 9th at 8:30 p.m. through Monday, May.
And imagine, having a newborn and then having to go to work and having it be a part of your life, the sleep deprivation and the stress. I keep saying, like, I'm pretty darn sure that God has not given me any more than I can handle. And I'm so grateful and blessed for that realization. And that I'm in awe, and that I thank you, Lord. Every day, I'm blessed and grateful. And that I'm able to, to keep steady. I mean, yeah, I had like a major panic attack on Marathon Monday. It was terrible. And I survived it, and but it was just been since then, it's like, oh, wow, been a little touchy. All right, so the train's already late. Great. Oh, well. Because we usually like to see the train roll in, It's a good way to wrap up the show. I remain grateful and remain blessed. I remain so grateful and blessed for my mom, who put up with me and who sacrificed so much for me, and then at the end of everything took such good care of me. I'm grateful for my family, grateful for my Auntie Linda, who's recovering from, she got blood clots in her legs and in her lungs. And I just saw them all too, and it was so nice to see them. I'm grateful for my Auntie Debbie, who's taking care of her sister, my Auntie Linda, and her husband Art. And my Auntie Debbie's husband Art. Did I hear a lack of comma, or precedent of the okay, here comes the train. Mind the yellow platform line. Here we go. All right, the train is only 3 minutes late. All right. Go. All right, ladies and gentlemen and gentle beings of all persuasions, let's commute. Here we go. They put that big red train in the middle. It's got like less seats, more standing room. No, I want a seat. It takes a half an hour. All right, so you have a wonderful morning. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. Here's to you, my little loves. With blessings from above. Let the day begin. Here's to you, my little love, with blessings from above, and let the day begin. Let the day begin. Let the day start. Whoa! All right. Keep it real. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we will see you with more videos. All right, bye.